the game.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing...
Coach, I got to tell you, we envy you right now in that nice dry studio as we are at soggy and windy Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New England Patriots. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it here with Logan. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
In the NFL, we love to talk about bloodlines and how important they can be. And for Zay Jones, he's got a terrific one. His dad, Robert, longtime linebacker in the NFL, big time with the Dallas Cowboys. And his uncle, Jeff Blake, a starting quarterback in the NFL at one point. Wonder if he played catch with Uncle Jeff in the backyard a few times growing up.
Throwing, Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was. the down and distance and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership. That's what he's trying to accomplish.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Go now. 10-2 soft. Check, 47.
Hey, watch the lane.
On second down now, it's Lewis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, high 7. 5.
Looking to throw. Trahan. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Check it back.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run with Logan. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. The kick by Lambeau is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
8, read.
To throw on second down, Trahan. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it, because you're running away from people on it.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
Watch right. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10.
Ready. Side 25 behind.
54. Line 54. Stop your whining. 36.
Let's go.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. This will go for 5 up to the 33. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. On second down, Armstead. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ready? White 25.
Black flag forward. Here we go. Here we go.
Johnny, quick.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Go on. Come on, D.
Play fake. Winston looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trahan. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check 37. Check 37. Protein spill.
Back to throw. Trahan. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Hey, Delta. Now.
Throwing again. Trahan. And his throw is incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
On 3rd down, Trahan. And that will be incomplete as well. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. But look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. Oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Yeah, they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Black 22.
54. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down. Watch in. Watch the shift.
The draw play here. Lewis. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
87's getting the ball. 87's getting the ball. Hey. Hey, Alpha. 5.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going underneath for Lewis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Ready?
On 3rd and 2, Trahan gets it to Meredith complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Looking to throw. Trahan sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dion Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Winston. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. On play action, Winston. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Ready. White 25.
Match by 4.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Jameis now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Logan, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Check 26, check 26. Check 3, check 3.
Throwing on first down. Trahan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
Check Mike, check Mike. Hey, wahoo! Let's go.
Back to throw. Trahan. That's complete to Meredith. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Trahan got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Hey, Orbit.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Hey! We got motion. Back up. Hey, Charlie!
To throw on third down, Trahan. He finds his target, Fuller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Ready, set.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Motion, watch 10. 6 man.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Trahan, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
4 down, even.
Yep.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Buzz.
To throw again. Trahan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike's 47. Watch the screen. Pass. 47 to Mike.
From the gun, Trahan completes this one to Meredith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Mike 52. Watch the backer,
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Trahan. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Tight end right. We got 4. Watch the safety creep.
Go.
Throwing again. Trahan. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Single.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Look at me. Zipper.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. I'm coming.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. Melifonwu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Not today. Show it up. Show it up.
2nd and 9 now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Good job.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Down. 90 Wolf.
So we got man.
Now.
On me. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey.
Be grip.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Trahan. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the ready.
Strong right. You got three down.
Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Trahan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack.
We coming all day.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Ready.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey.
Back to throw. Trahan. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Trahan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ready? Move in. 50 seconds. Come, baby. Come, baby. Woo! Check 15. Check 15.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On 1st down, Trahan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Everyone got 4 down.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Safety's creeping.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Ready?
Back to throw. Trahan. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
The mic, boys, 47. Check, 47. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Looking to throw. Trahan. And he's going to go down again. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. I'm coming.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
Take it at the 37. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hey, exit.
On 1st and 10, Trahan. That's complete to Sharp. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. How you get on the head? How you get on the head?
2nd and 4. This to Jarwin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got you.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Go! Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Bravo.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Deep rip. Deep rip.
Throwing on first down. Trahan. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Yo, go, go. Now.
Back to throw. Trahan. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Blake Jarwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Five down. Stand up in.
Smooth.
Again, he'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Winston. His throw incomplete.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them. Pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Winston. Jones has it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check 31, check 31.
Get it.
Throwing to start the drive. Trahan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On the double.
Tight left, tight left. 4 down. Check, check.
5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
18 Gator.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. Hey. You got 3, 3 down.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Go. Go.
Looking to throw. Trahan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right, 4 down. Eyes on 10. Eyes on 10.
Now a first down carry for Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Set, 90, Wolf. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Trahan. And that is incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's go now. 10 logo. Kill. 80 weapon. Shift. Recon, 132 fighter. Big grip.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Let's go, baby.
Go.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check. 47. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Watch twist.
61, matchbox lights.
Check, light 47.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Double time. Hey, 4 down.
look to throw. Trahan, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Greystone, travel. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
2nd and 1. And he fends him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? 10-2 stop. Check 37, check 37.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Operating from the gun, Trahan. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
N'Keal Harry. Touchdown, Patriots.
After review of
They
the
had
play,
so the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2.
Tight right, tight right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4.
They'll look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Winston readies the offense. Down by 15. 1:06 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Go. Slam, slam, slam.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Winston. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Patriots, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem